What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G-Maya's World, and right now we're going to be talking about how to prepare for golden tickets. They're going to be dropping next week, and a lot of you guys are like, yo, G, I see the way that you handle it. You started to get rid of cards early, and that's how we got almost 2 million coins right now. You just pretty much start getting rid of cards, right? But then another thing we get is, like, look at the market, and look what EA Sports did with the re-rolls, and, you know, now the draft players are there, and there's more draft players coming, and it's starting to mess everything up with training. Just keep in mind, right, these type of offers, like the Redux and stuff like that, some of you guys are asking if it's worth it. You know, is this an investment that you want to go into? Apparently, they did a lot more during the draft day. We did see that they had the power-up pass up and all that stuff. Just understand that power-up passes are not in any way useful when it comes to golden tickets. You can't use a 99 overall power-up pass to make a golden ticket, like even if the card does have a power-up. Golden tickets, power-up paths and all that stuff, golden ticket is a golden ticket. Just understand that much. That makes it a little bit more simpler for everyone that's watching the video. Don't rely on that. Some people that get into the game, they don't really understand it. They try to, you know, in the past, people try to actually put, you know, a golden ticket into a power-up. Meanwhile, EA Sports had already told everybody, you know, there is no way to do that. So as far as making currency, right, as far as trying to build up your squad, things like this is what I believe EA Sports is going to do. They're going to give us different type of items in the store. Always remember, though, you're going to be able to get a free one. They always have something going on with the challenges that over time, probably towards the end of, you know, the last golden ticket, you'll get one for free. But the bigger thing is you want to get them now. And it's like, yo, G, what are we doing right now to get them? So this is another thing. Some of you guys that got Madden late, I always get, well, I can't say I always do, but I always try to get Madden early because of the way that they have like the Ultimate Champions and a lot of the other players that are in the game. You want to make sure that you're getting a lot of the stuff, you know, earlier, so that way you get that head start. Like if there's a card, like remember like how they had the faster Devin Hester, and if you went through the MUT levels, you got them and stuff like that. It's similar to that type of situation for why I go and get the game early. But I do understand that there are a lot of you guys that your binder doesn't have this much in it, and then you're not playing solo battles, you're not playing challenges, and you're just trying to find ways to get stuff without actually putting the work in. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. All right, because Madden right now, with the way the market is and everything like that, if you don't want to spend money or do something along those lines, you can't really upgrade your team the way you would like. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is, like, guys like this, because we actually we ended up going and getting Drake London, who's a really, really good card, by the way. Make sure to check out the previous video if you haven't already. We don't really have much of any we don't have an option to do anything else, right, at this point, other than get rid of some of the cards that we don't have any use for. So you're going to have to go through your lineup and see the value of what you currently have. Now, we did have a delayed weekend league reward. We did have, you know, some of you guys with solo battles were delayed, so you should have gotten all that now. You're going to have to start to use all of that stuff that's in it, whatever the pack is, even if it's garbage, whatever it is. If you can make training out of it and take advantage of some of these other reduxes or whatever else is going on, that's going to probably be your best bet right now to get currency, is to convert training and use packs like that, or do the re-rolls for the NFL draft players and pull 99s, because the 99s are in that 89 plus, right? Now, remember, I did buy one of those Raiders starter packs, so a lot of these guys that are Nats, they don't quick sell for anything that's like really good. They're just like very, very minimal training, so I can't really do much with it. A lot of you guys were looking at some of the stuff in my roster like, yo, G, why do you do this? Why do you do that? These guys have no value, right? So you got to be very, very careful with that. When you see stuff in, like, you know, my binder or whatever, it's not like I can just get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't just, you know, just throw them in the trash. Like, a lot of these cards that we currently have right now, their value is pretty much nothing. So we just have to sit around and just have them actually in the lineup. But again, some of the cards that we did get from like weekend league rewards and stuff like that, at this time right now, one of the things we can be sure about, for example, go through your binder and check the cards that you have powered up but you don't feel that you're going to need anymore. Like Randy Moss. I don't see myself going back to Randy Moss because we're going to have, you know, Ed Too Tall power up. Well, what did I say power up? Ed Too Tall golden ticket in another week. So make sure everything is down. Like, take all the training out of it. Don't waste your time, you know, just holding on to it like, yo, you know what? This might get a little bit better. I might get Randy Moss back. Dude, they made him trash. It is what it is. You know, like, don't worry about all that. It's let it go. Just let it go. And we got to start figuring out new ways to get stuff. Also, so that we make it easier with the newest, these are some of the cards that I currently just got. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to go, you know, from backwards to forward or forward to backward, you could go ahead and see some of the higher ones, like Jayon Brown. Like, are we going to use this guy? He's 84K. Do we want the 84K, or do we want the training to go ahead and get the Redux and stuff like that? The value of everything you have in your binder is only going to be like important if you get stuff done at the right time. If they put out these deals, they're going to always have a deal when they drop a new promo. Golden Ticket's going to be like one of their biggest promos because everybody's going to go crazy trying to get the golden tickets. So because of that, for instance, you play challenges and you get this card, right? He's the NAT version of the limited, the KGB, right? Why do we need? We don't need them. Quick sell them. Okay, because what we're trying to do in a market like this is just get as much training as possible. Now, like I said, with the way that this works, if you choose to do what I'm doing right now, when you gamble, you're gonna have to make sure you understand this is all training for coins, right? You can probably still lose depending on obviously the Redux that you get. Like, there's no guarantee with the pack that they have in there that you're gonna get something, but it is a 97 or a 98. So if you have any of these cards that you're just like, you know what? You know, I'll take the 19,000 training for 84K or something like that. You know, even though that seems pretty high for a 94, because some of the 94s are a little bit cheaper, 84K. But I don't know if anybody's really going crazy over this card. Again, it all depends on people that are just starting out and not really understanding, because you won't really need a lot of this. You won't really need to put together many of these cards, because once they drop the golden tickets, even if you have a theme team, it won't really matter. The golden tickets are going to be standalone cards. So right now what I'm doing is giving you a little bit more food for thought. Get rid of the stuff like the players that you got that you don't have all the training out of, that were powered up. Any of the cards that you're just sitting around with. Like, even with this, what do we have left in here? The Rising Stars release, right? So this is another good example. The new Rising Stars release, we didn't want any of these cards. We didn't want Del Pitt, we didn't want Tua, we didn't want any of these other cards, right? So we take Lem Barney, because we take the highest version, right? We're not going to use him. He's going to get quick sold, and we're going to get the training. Little things, and that's all free from challenges. You just play the weekly challenges and you get that for free, right? Now, for what's in the store right now, based on the training, you have options. You can go re-rolls, because I've seen several people out of the 89 plus pulling straight 95, which you can use 3 of them to make some of the new rookies. I've seen people, you know, pull crazy reduxes out of this for the 66,000. But just remember, EA and the numbers that they're using, they're not trying to lose. But I'm going to go ahead and take a chance on it, because these are limited time things that come around for the actual promos that can benefit us. So I don't want to spend money. I'd rather spend the training. And then we see what we get here. And that's pretty much all we do. So with EA, okay, Mike Allstott, this is actually a really, really good one. Because out of everything that can go on, this guy's a menace, because what does he get, tank for 1 or something like that? Yeah, so this is actually a really, really good one. Now, what about, you know, checking out to see what goes on as far as its price goes? Because this is actually something better than I thought I would pull. Now, when you start re-rolling and using your training, it can get really, really disgusting really quick if you start doing some of this stuff, because it has to be winners and it has to be losers. So everybody's not going to get lucky. But to me, that card that I just got was actually really good. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to see what the price is on it, and we can see if we can make some coins off of it. Otherwise, we know we have that much more training left, because training is going to be very, very important. Some people are speculating that they may bring back the training variety pack. If you guys don't know what that is, it's really, really good stuff, bro. Just know that. So 200K. Now, what are the odds that he goes down lower? It could possibly happen. Should we take the 200K right now? I wouldn't. I wouldn't take it right now. I wouldn't take it right now simply because I don't know what's going to happen, you know, once the golden tickets actually drop. Would people still need Mike Allstott? I don't know. But then we have to understand this, though. It's a 98. How much training is he? Let's see how much training that is. So 72,000. So these are the type of values that you have to look into and try to figure out what makes the most sense to you, and utilize the store for what it's worth, and understand the values of the training versus the prices of the cards and things like that. And always make sure that you understand the one simple rule. Just because you have money, just because you have training, that does not mean you have to spend it. And when you choose to do it, make sure you understand the investment and that you feel like you're always going to at least be even. Like right now, even if we get a 97, I could just go quick sell for training and just have that to re-roll again. I'm not going to really lose that much because I'm focused on my coin stack. But again, this is what you need to start doing right now. Go through your lineup, see what you don't need, power down fully all the players you don't, and take advantage of some of those limited time things in the store with those limited time deals, because it probably will come back to help you. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Until next time, one love, y'all.